On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Supreme.
Highest in rank, level, or importance.
Examples:
The Supreme Commander. Justice of the Supreme Court. The supreme pleasure of life is the conviction that we are loved.
Abortion.
The intentional termination of a pregnancy at an early stage.
Examples:
Abortion doctor. The highly charged issue of abortion. We strongly oppose the abortion ban.
Overturn.
To turn something upside down, to upset.
Examples:
Overturn a decision. Overturn a table. The court overturned the original verdict.
Roe.
The eggs or egg-filled ovaries of female fish, typically used as a food item.
Examples:
Roe production. Salmon roe. The restaurant serves delicious sushi made with fresh roe.
Wade.
To walk through water that is not deep enough to swim in, to struggle or proceed slowly and laboriously through something, such as a difficult situation or a crowd of people.
Examples:
Wade down a street. Wade through paperwork. I had to wade through the knee-deep water to get to the other side of the river.
Argue.
To express differing opinions or points of view, often in a heated or contentious manner, to present a case or reasoning to persuade or convince others.
Examples:
Argue a case. Argue passionately. The couple began to argue over which restaurant to go to for dinner.
Creditor.
A person, company, etc., to whom a debtor owes money.
Examples:
The creditor's claims. Bankrupt creditor. I asked the lawyer to initiate creditor negotiations for voluntary liquidation.
Co-founder.
One of several people who establishes an organization or starts a business.
Examples:
Co-founder of the university. Late co-founder. He is the co-founder and chairman of this tech company.
Reproductive.
Connected with the process of reproduction, relating to reproducing babies, young animals, or plants.
Examples:
Reproductive ability. During reproductive period. This documentary deals with the reproductive biology of the buffalo.
Behalf.
Represent, advantage, benefit, the interest of someone.
Examples:
On behalf of our management. On his own behalf. I gave witness on her behalf.
Depress.
To make someone feel sad, low in spirits, or without hope, to make markets, businesses, etc., less active.
Examples:
Depress their spirits. Depress crop prices. The economic recession depressed the housing market.
Constitutional.
Of or relating to a constitution, equals the set of fundamental principles, especially of a country or government, existing as an essential characteristic.
Examples:
Constitutional ban. A constitutional disease. The right to free speech is a constitutional right in the United States.
Statistics.
The discipline that concerns the collection, organization, analysis, interpretation, and presentation of data.
Examples:
Statistics for cancer. Official statistics. The statistics demonstrate that poverty and unemployment are genuine problems.
Constitution.
The set of fundamental principles or established precedents that a state, a country, or an organization is governed by, the act of forming or establishing something.
Examples:
The national constitution. The national constitution. When the Constitution is amended, it often creates a great deal of controversy throughout the country.
Overall.
To make a decision or judgment that is different from an earlier one, to overturn or override a decision or action.
Examples:
Overrule decision. Overrule judgment. The judge overruled the objection and allowed the evidence to be presented.
Undermine.
To make someone or something less powerful, less effective, weaker gradually, to make someone's fame, competence, or authority less effective or weaker gradually.
Examples:
Undermine a good relationship. Undermine their adversary's reputation. They tried to undermine her position by slandering her.
Unavailable.
Not able to be used or accessed, not present, able to be found, or able to be contacted.
Examples:
Unavailable resource. Unavailable option. The professor is currently unavailable, but will respond to your email as soon as possible.
Gasp.
To inhale sharply and audibly, often in response to strong emotion or sensation. To catch one's breath suddenly, often due to shock or surprise.
Examples:
Gasp for air. Gasp in shock. The audience gasped when the magician made the rabbit disappear from the hat.
Federal.
Relating to a central government or national authority, refers to government policies, laws, or programs that are implemented at a national level rather than a state or local level.
Examples:
Federal regulations. Federal funding. The federal government announced new regulations to protect the environment.
Preserve.
To keep or maintain a particular quality, feature, etc., especially to prevent it from decaying, being damaged, or being destroyed.
Examples:
Preserve my strength. Preserve a country's heritage. They worked hard to preserve the nature of their native lands.
Decision.
The act or process of making up someone's mind about something, a choice or judgment reached after considering options.
Examples:
Decision authority. A selfish decision. She was struggling to make a decision between two job offers.
Gender.
The range of characteristics of femininity and masculinity and differentiating between them, especially when considering social and cultural differences rather than differences in biology.
Examples:
Gender-blind policies. Dual gender. Cultural norms strongly influence gender expectations.
Decide.
To make up someone's mind about something, to come to a conclusion or judgment after considering options.
Examples:
Decide a question. Decide on a course of action. She couldn't decide whether to order the pizza or the pasta for dinner.
Dignity.
The quality of being worthy of esteem or respect, high office or rank or station.
Examples:
Respect for human dignity. Retain everyone's dignity. The failure destroyed his trust and personal dignity.
Opponent.
A person against whom you are playing or fighting in a game, competition, debate, etc.
Examples:
Computer opponent. Death penalty opponent. He was attempting to confuse his opponent.
Ban.
To officially or legally forbid or refuse to allow something.
Examples:
Ban gender-related job discrimination. Ban any type of cloning. We should ban mildly violent video games from a child's development perspective.
Religion.
A deep conviction in a supernatural power that controls human destiny.
Examples:
Religion sociology. Freedom of religion. Their religion strictly prohibits them from drinking or gambling.
Fetus.
An unborn or unhatched animal in the later stages of development, showing the main recognizable features of the mature animal.
Examples:
Development of the fetus. An aborted fetus. The female vagina is elastic enough to allow the passage of a fetus.
Circumstance.
The specific conditions or events that surround a particular situation or occurrence.
Examples:
Circumstance of birth. Circumstance of injury. She explained the circumstances surrounding the accident.
Imposing.
Having an appearance that commands respect and admiration, impressive or grand in scale or size.
Examples:
Imposing figure. Imposing mansion. The imposing building stood tall amongst the others on the city skyline.
Eliminate.
To remove or get rid of someone or something.
Examples:
Eliminate contestants. Eliminate sexual barriers. We can eliminate this possibility from those consumptions.
Alarming.
Causing concern or apprehension, causing a feeling of danger, harm, or emergency, unsettling or disturbing.
Examples:
Alarming news. Alarming statistics. The sudden rise in crime rates in our neighborhood is quite alarming.
Infant.
A baby or very young child.
Examples:
Infant daughter. Infant food. Mozart was an infant prodigy.
Mortality.
The quality or state of being subject to death.
Examples:
Mortality due to cancer. Lower infant mortality. This disease has a high mortality.
Develop.
To grow or expand, to improve or refine through a process of progress and refinement, often to achieve greater sophistication or complexity, to elaborate or add detail to something that is in the process of being created.
Examples:
Develop a strategy. Develop a skill. We must develop a new system to streamline our workflow and increase efficiency.
Surgery.
Medical treatment of injuries or diseases involving an incision with instruments and often removing or replacing some parts of the body, the branch of medical science that treats disease or injury by operative procedures.
Examples:
Cardiac surgery. The professor of surgery. He had undergone heart surgery years before.
Procedure.
A way of doing something, especially the official or well-known way.
Examples:
Undergo a surgical procedure. Standard procedure. The pilot and flight attendant ran through the checkout procedure.
Childbirth.
The act or process of giving birth to a baby.
Examples:
Natural childbirth. Assisted childbirth. He was present at the childbirth of his children.
Restriction.
A limitation or constraint placed on something, or the act of limiting or constraining something.
Examples:
Nutritional restriction. Restriction on trade. The restriction on travel during the pandemic made it difficult for people to see their loved ones.
Operate.
To work in a particular way, to supervise something.
Examples:
Operate 24 hours a day. Manually operate a machine. This machine is too difficult to operate for me.
Participate.
To take part in something.
Examples:
Participate fully in conversation. Participate in the program. The majority of students actively participated in the college's intramural sports program.
Fundamental.
Forming an essential base or core from which everything else develops or is affected.
Examples:
Fundamental education. Fundamental rights. Human behavior has fundamental characteristics.
Destiny.
The events that will inevitably happen to a particular person or thing in the future.
Examples:
Foreordained destiny. Destiny of the individual. It is said that our destiny is written in the stars.
Convinced.
Completely certain about something, having a strong belief or conviction in a particular religion.
Examples:
Convinced of the idea. Convinced criminal. The public is convinced that the Prime Minister has committed fraud.
Radical.
Relating to the essential aspects of anything, far beyond the norm, mainly used of opinions and actions.
Examples:
A radical flaw in the plan. A radical cure. The government established by the coup was more radical than before.
Argument.
A set of statements or reasons used to support or refute a proposition or theory, a verbal or physical fight or dispute.
Examples:
A blazing argument. The argument against capital punishment. The argument between the two sides over the proposed policy was heated.
Confer.
To have a meeting or discussion, to come to a decision or agreement or exchange ideas, to bestow something.
Examples:
Confer degree. Confer honor. The leaders of the two countries met to confer on the issue.
Uphold.
To support or defend something, such as a law, idea, decision, etc.
Examples:
Uphold the law. Uphold tradition. The judge may uphold the decision of the lower court.
Chief.
Most important or primary, noun, a person who is in charge.
Examples:
Chief accountant. Chief events of the year. Mining is a chief source of income for the country.
Justice.
The quality of being fair and reasonable and treating people equally according to their due.
Examples:
Criminal justice. Justice of heaven. The judge's ruling was based on the principles of justice and fairness.
Draft.
A preliminary version of something that is not yet in its final form.
Examples:
A working draft. Write the first draft. During debates in the legislature, the draft of the law caused a lot of controversies.
Magic.
Beliefs and actions employed to influence supernatural beings and forces, any art or performance that invokes supernatural powers.
Examples:
A magic spell. She is magic. He performed magic tricks with sophisticated moves.
Memoir.
A historical account or biography written from the writer's knowledge of famous people, places, or events.
Examples:
Family memoir. Publish a memoir. He wrote his memoirs while awaiting trial.
Repudiate.
To reject or disown something or someone.
Examples:
Repudiate a claim. Repudiate idea. The government repudiated the treaty after the war.
Joint.
Shared, held, or made between two or more people. Noun, the point of connection between two bones or elements of a skeleton.
Examples:
A joint venture. The bone of a joint. After the summit meeting, the prime ministers issued a joint statement.
Obtain.
To get something, especially by making a great effort.
Examples:
Obtain a license. Obtain a bid. Where can I obtain the application form?
Viability.
The ability of something to be successful or to continue to exist.
Examples:
Cellular viability. Viability of the business. The project's viability was uncertain, so we put it on hold.
Pregnant.
Having a baby or young animal developing in the uterus.
Examples:
Needs of pregnant women. A silence pregnant with suspense. She vacated the position when she got pregnant.
Territory.
An area under the control of a ruler or state.
Examples:
Acquire territory. Territory in charge. They incorporated the conquered territory into their nation.
Permit.
To allow for something to happen or be done. Noun, the act of giving a formal, usually written, authorization.
Examples:
Permit application. Work permit. The teacher will not permit any students to leave the classroom early.
Enact.
To make a law, to put something into practice.
Examples:
Enact new legislation. Enact the smoking ban. The government enacted this law in 1925.
Barrier.
A fence or other obstruction that makes it hard to move or get in, any condition that makes it difficult to make progress or to achieve an objective.
Examples:
Cost barrier. Information barrier. The police placed a barrier across the street to halt traffic.
Undue.
Excessive, unwarranted, or improper, not justified by the circumstances, beyond what is appropriate or reasonable.
Examples:
Undue favoritism towards certain industries. Undue hardship. Undue pressure from my boss caused me to feel overwhelmed and stressed.
Burden.
A duty, responsibility, etc. that is oppressive or worrisome, a load, typically a heavy one that is difficult to carry.
Examples:
Carry a burden. Burden of disease. That car has a low environmental burden.
Increasingly.
More and more.
Examples:
Increasingly become common. Face increasingly complicated challenges. Our company found it increasingly difficult to keep up with the competition.
Conservative.
Holding traditional views and values and opposed to change or innovation.
Examples:
A conservative society. Conservative about production. He always makes a conservative estimation when predicting future sales.
Dwindle.
To gradually decrease in size, amount, or strength, to become smaller.
Examples:
Dwindle in importance. Dwindle to almost nothing. The crowds at the festival dwindled as the night went on.
Avail.
To help or benefit, to use or take advantage of.
Examples:
Avail you little. Avail ourselves of this opportunity. Their financing options are reasonable and easy to avail.
County.
An administrative division of a country or state, typically one of several comprising a larger division.
Examples:
County seat. Throughout the county. The county's population has been increasing rapidly in recent years.
Provider.
A person or an organization that supplies somebody with something needed or wanted.
Examples:
An information provider. The provider of the family. People select internet providers not only in terms of price, but also in terms of transmission speed.
Rural.
Of or relating to the countryside.
Examples:
Rural accents. People in rural areas. Many rural areas are still impoverished.
Disabled.
Having a physical or mental condition that limits someone's specific actions that most other people can do.
Examples:
A disabled veteran. A learning disabled child. She was disabled in a car accident.
Difficulty.
A condition or state that causes problems.
Examples:
The degree of difficulty. Difficulty in breathing. He has difficulty exercising because of a back injury sustained in an accident.
Affordable.
Not expensive and able to pay.
Examples:
Affordable housing. Affordable solution. The automaker has been providing affordable car financing options since last year.
Unfortunately.
By bad luck, unluckily.
Examples:
Unfortunately caught in a shower. Even more unfortunately. The treatments were done, but, unfortunately, were unsuccessful.
Pending.
Awaiting a decision or resolution, yet to be resolved.
Examples:
Pending approval. Patent pending. I had a pending transaction on my credit card.
Individual.
A single person or thing, as distinct from a group.
Examples:
A private individual. Individual freedom. As an individual, he had the right to make his own decisions and live his life as he saw fit.
Sue.
To claim a person or organization, especially by filing a legal claim for money or redress.
Examples:
Sue a company for damages. Sue my boss for harassment. He planned to sue the organization for negligence.
Vigilant.
Keeping careful watch for possible danger or difficulties.
Examples:
Vigilant watch. Vigilant about hand washing. The guards had to remain vigilant to ensure the safety of the high security facility.
Bounty.
A reward offered for capturing or killing someone or for accomplishing a specific task.
Examples:
Cash bounty. A bounty on exports. The bounty hunter was hired to capture the notorious criminal and bring him to justice.
Violation.
An action that breaches a law, rule, or agreement, an infringement of rights or duties.
Examples:
Violation law. Commit a traffic violation. The international community has widely condemned the violation of human rights.
Clinic.
A building or hospital department where people can go for medical care or advice, especially of a particular condition.
Examples:
Visit to the veterinary clinic. A dental clinic. She holds a clinic on Tuesday mornings.
Critic:
Someone who expresses opinions about the quality of books, music, etc.
Examples:
Art critic. Severe critic. Advocates for legal reform hear less harsh words from their critics.
Stretch:
To make or be capable of making anything longer or broader without hurting or breaking.
Examples:
Stretch along the coast. Stretch a story. Some herds have been observed to stretch hundreds of kilometers.
Pro-choice:
Advocating for the right of women to have control over their reproductive health and decisions, especially regarding abortion.
Examples:
Pro-choice movement. Pro-choice stance. Those who are pro-choice believe in providing women with access to safe and legal abortions.
Legislator:
A member of a group of people who has the power to make or enact laws.
Examples:
A legislator appointed by the party. Incumbent legislator. Corporate executives and legislators are still overwhelmingly men.
Governor:
The person who holds the highest executive office in a state or province.
Examples:
Governor General. A prefectural governor. The state governor visited the affected areas and promised to aid the victims.
Medication:
A drug or other form of medicine that treats, prevents, or alleviates the symptoms of the disease.
Examples:
Antibiotic medication. Medication by mouth. The pharmacist not only prescribes the medication but also guides its proper use.
Criminal:
A person who has committed a crime.
Examples:
Wanted criminal. Criminal investigation. The police are searching for the criminal who stole the jewels.
Prosecution:
The act of bringing legal charges against someone for a crime they are accused of committing. The legal team responsible for presenting the case against the defendant in a criminal trial.
Examples:
Criminal prosecution. Wrongful prosecution. The judge denied the motion to dismiss the prosecution's case.
Unintended:
Not planned or meant.
Examples:
Unintended bias. Unintended misunderstanding. Excessive human interference in the global environment may bring unintended consequences.
Strategy:
A detailed plan of action designed to achieve a long-term or overall goal.
Examples:
Military strategy. Develop a strategy. Our plan includes a comprehensive marketing strategy.
Feasible.
Capable of being or likely to be made, done, or achieved.
Examples:
Economically feasible. Feasible assumption. It is not feasible and inefficient to complete many tasks at once.
Quitter.
A person who gives up easily or does not have the determination to finish what they have started.
Examples:
Easy quitter. Serial quitter. He was labeled as a quitter after he abandoned the project halfway.
Marble.
A hard crystalline metamorphic rock that has a pattern of lines going through it and takes a high polish used for sculpture and as building material, a small ball made of stone, especially one used in children's games.
Examples:
Marble statues. Artificial marble. The floor was made of white and black marble arranged in a checkerboard pattern.
Staircase.
A set of stairs inside a building, usually with posts and bars that are fixed at the side.
Examples:
Spiral staircase. Beetle up the staircase. She walked urgently down the emergency staircase.
Propose.
To make a proposal, declare a plan for something.
Examples:
Propose the amendment. Propose changes. I want to propose a toast in honor of our long-standing relationship.
Movement.
A group of people working together to achieve a shared goal, especially a political, social, or artistic one, the process of moving or being moved, physically or figuratively.
Examples:
A circular movement. Movement of troops. The movement of the dancers on stage was graceful and elegant.
Belong.
To be the property of someone or something, to be a member or part of a group, to be in the proper or appropriate place.
Examples:
Belong to different species. Belong to a group. All the books in this section belong to the library's rare collection and must be handled carefully.
Coalition.
A temporary alliance formed by two or more political parties for combined action, the state of being combined into one body.
Examples:
A three-party coalition. Coalition forces. The two largest opposition parties announced they would form a coalition in the next elections.
Elect.
To choose someone for a specific position by voting for them, to decide or choose to do something.
Examples:
Elect the school board. Elect death. Every 5 years, The provincial governors are elected.
Congress.
A formal meeting of the representatives of different countries, constituent states, organizations, trade unions, political parties, or other groups.
Examples:
An international congress. Peace Congress. Congress must consider this proposal in an unusual situation.
Champion.
Someone who has won first place in a competition, someone who fights for a specific group of people or a belief.
Examples:
A champion of peace. The grand champion. The champion bicyclist outrode all his competitors.
Politically.
In a way that relates to the government or public affairs of a nation.
Examples:
Politically advantageous. Become politically savvy. This newspaper is supposed to be politically neutral.
Wrest.
To forcibly take or pull something away from someone or something else, to obtain something with great effort or struggle, to twist or contort something.
Examples:
Wrest information from the reluctant witness. Wrest control of the city. The politician tried to wrest the microphone from the moderator during the heated debate.
Rein.
A long, narrow strap attached to a horse's bit, used to control the animal while riding, a means of controlling or limiting something or someone's actions and behavior. Verb, to control or restrain something, especially something that is becoming excessive or out of control.
Examples:
Tight rein. Rein in costs. The new driver struggled to keep a firm grip on the rein as the horse bolted.
Government.
The group of people with authority to control a country or state.
Examples:
Government bureaucracy. Government funding. The federal government is planning to increase taxes for the next fiscal year.
Oppose.
To be against or in conflict with something or someone, to resist or to try to prevent something from happening.
Examples:
Oppose a decision. Publicly oppose. I strongly oppose the new proposed law that would harm our environment.
Agenda.
A list or outline of things to be done, discussed, or considered.
Examples:
Agenda setting. Ambitious agenda. The agenda for the meeting includes discussions on the budget and new project proposals.
Childcare.
A service involving care for other people's children.
Examples:
Childcare allowance. Allow childcare leave. Our company offers a full range of childcare facilities as part of our benefits package.
Universal.
Existing or affecting everywhere or everyone.
Examples:
Universal life. Principles of universal design. The picture earned near universal acclaim from critics.
Communal.
Belonging to or used by a group rather than individuals, for common use.
Examples:
Communal swimming pool. Communal combination of funds. Communal elections were held in several European countries.
Maternal.
Relating to or characteristic of a mother, having feelings that are typical of a caring mother towards her child.
Examples:
On the maternal side. Maternal care. She had a very maternal instinct towards her newborn baby.
Paternity.
The state of being a father, the attribution of a specific child to a particular father, the characteristics or traits inherited or passed down from a father.
Examples:
Paternity suit. Paternity test. The paternity leave policy at his workplace allowed him to take time off to bond with his new baby.
Accord.
An official agreement or treaty between two organizations, countries, etc. Verb, allow to have.
Examples:
Accord with public opinion. By national accord. The organization finally signed a peace accord.
Disease.
A disorder or illness that affects the body or mind, often characterized by specific symptoms or abnormal functioning of organs or systems.
Examples:
Disease prevention. Disease control. The doctor diagnosed him with a rare disease that had no known cure.
Native.
Connecting with or describing someone's birth country or place of birth, or someone born in a specific country or place.
Examples:
Native to Africa. Native language. The vegetation here is almost wholly native.
Relate.
To establish a connection or association between two or more things, to narrate or tell about an event, experience, or relationship, to empathize or feel sympathy with someone or something.
Examples:
Relate a story. Relate a message. He tried to relate his experience to the group, but they couldn't understand.
Systemic.
Affecting or related to the whole of something, especially the human body or a society.
Examples:
The systemic arteries. Systemic reforms of the organization. This vaccine causes mild systemic side effects.
Racism.
Prejudice, discrimination, or antagonism directed against a person or people based on their membership in a particular ethnic group, typically one that is a minority or marginalized.
Examples:
Systemic racism. Research on anti-racism. The school's lack of diversity was a clear indication of the racism present in the community.
Infertile.
Unable to grow crops or sustain life. Not able to produce offspring or offspring that are viable.
Examples:
infertile woman, infertile land. The soil in the desert is infertile, making it difficult to grow crops.
Entitle.
To give someone the right to have or do something, to give a title to someone or something.
Examples:
entitle him to a pension. Entitle the company to use the logo. The employee was entitled to a week of vacation time.
Policy.
A set of rules, guidelines, principles, or procedures that govern decision-making or action, often used in the context of business or government. A course of action or plan of action adopted or followed by an organization or individual to achieve a goal or objective.
Examples:
health policy, foreign policy. The company's new policy on remote work has made it a more inclusive workplace.
Pharmacy.
A place where medicines are prepared and dispensed, a drugstore or chemist's.
Examples:
pharmacy chain, online pharmacy. I need to go to the hospital pharmacy to pick up my prescription.
Prescription.
A written or spoken instruction that directs a medical practitioner to prescribe a specific treatment or medication for a patient.
Examples:
prescription drugs. Fill the prescription. I need to refill my prescription for allergy medication at the pharmacy.
Walk-in.
Large enough to walk into, not arranged in advance. Noun, someone who arrives without an appointment, referral, or prior notice.
Examples:
walk-in interview, walk-in freezer. The walk-in closet was so spacious that it felt like a small room.
Doubt.
A feeling of being uncertain about something, especially about how good or accurate it is.
Examples:
dispel doubts. No doubt about the news. Doubt is the start, not the end, of intelligence.
Importance.
The quality of being important and worthy of note.
Examples:
a man of importance. High importance. I stopped by the branch though I have no business of importance.
Amendment.
The act or the process of changing something, especially a document or proposed new law.
Examples:
constitutional amendment. Make an amendment to a contract. The opposition politicians jointly proposed an amendment to that law.
Equity.
The value of the shares issued by a company.
Examples:
private equity firm. Equity capital market. That company is cautious when it comes to equity investment.
Guarantee.
To promise something will happen formally, especially that certain conditions about a product, service, or transaction would be met.
Examples:
guarantee a high quality. Guarantee women equality. We cannot guarantee enough raw material sources.
Permanent.
Lasting for a long time without essential change.
Examples:
literature of permanent value. Permanent life insurance. She is searching for a permanent residence.
Politician.
A person who is a member of a government or lawmaking organization, especially as an elected member of parliament, etc.
Examples:
a politician in the ruling party. A corrupt politician. The politician lost his position in the end due to the scandal.
Pronoun.
A word that takes the place of a noun in a sentence, such as he, she, they, or it.
Examples:
pronoun usage. Possessive pronoun. In English, personal pronouns such as he, she, and they can replace a person's name to avoid repetition.
Willy-nilly.
Haphazardly or without a plan, in a disorganized, random, or chaotic manner. Adjective, of or relating to something that is done without thought, order, or planning.
Examples:
accepted willy-nilly. Willy-nilly behavior. She made the decision willy-nilly without thinking it through carefully.
Council.
A group of people who have been elected or appointed to make decisions or give advice on a particular subject or in a particular place.
Examples:
other council members. City council election. The city council voted to approve the new development project.
Legislature.
A body of elected or appointed representatives who make laws for a country or state.
Examples:
colonial legislature. A prefectural legislature. The people elect legislature members to represent their interests and make decisions on their behalf.
Willingness.
The state of being ready or inclined to do something.
Examples:
willingness to help. Indicate a willingness to change. Her willingness to help others earned her many friends.
Dire.
Extremely serious or urgent, critical, grave, or disastrous.
Examples:
suffer dire poverty. Dire situation. The dire economic straits called for immediate action.
Paraphrase.
To restate or reword a passage in one's own words, often to clarify or simplify the original meaning.
Examples:
Paraphrase a poem into prose. Paraphrase the meaning. He paraphrased the article in his own words to avoid being accused of plagiarism.
Antidote:
A chemical substance or remedy that stops or controls the effects of a poison or disease.
Examples:
The antidote to the poison. The antidote for aging. Knowledge is the antidote to fear.
Despair:
The feeling that there is no hope and you cannot do anything to improve a difficult situation.
Examples:
Despair at the future. Untold despair. His friend's death drove him to despair.